All right. Let's see if this works again. Last attempt, 3-3-0. I'm over here actually burning breakfast as we speak. As soon as Mike jumps on, I will add him, and we will go from there. Well, at least maybe get one viewer. I burnt these. I'm attempting to make waffles right now, and I have straight up burned the first one. There's Mike. Add him. Says it's adding. Come on, Mike. I think it's Mike's internet. That's what I think it is. I don't think he wants to get on here and realize that he might have to give up last year's platter. And it does say he's adding, but we don't actually know if he's going to be able to officially join. Right here, just so everybody knows, to keep you up, I'm again making waffles. I have my little waffle machine. This is my look at that little guy. So works for me. Kids like it. Let's see, is Mike still not? It just says it's adding him, so I think the connections are really bad today. Maybe everybody is, I don't know, probably getting ready for the Ohio State Penn State game, which we'll see what the Buckeyes do today. I'm a little nervous about it. Definitely not as confident as weeks past. Has anybody got any predictions for that, for the Ohio State, Penn State? What do you guys think? I'm sure everybody will just take Ohio State, so that's probably a silly question to even ask. Let's see. Mike is just not. Mike's not even on here now. So I think the big one last night, at least I'll take the opportunity to say it, Elliott with a huge win over East. I saw that this morning, and actually I saw it last night. 2-point conversion to win. That's huge because I don't think anybody thought that Elliott was going to beat East. So congratulations to the Orangemen on a phenomenal victory. Green picks up a big win over Lake, 28-0. A lot of people kind of took that whole idea and said that it was maybe a game that Green wasn't supposed to. I know myself and Mike both picked Lake. We totally picked Lake because they were going for the Federal League Championship. And I thought Lake would show up with some kind of fire. There really wasn't any. I watched the game. They had a few returns on special teams, but for the most part, Green controlled the game. The Tyson Hunka, sophomore quarterback for Green, looked like Houdini in the pocket. There was multiple times that he was up against pressure and was able to jump out of it and make some really big throws down the field. So they got a big win last night. I believe I thought I saw Highland and Aurora was like a 9-7. If somebody else can confirm that. Mogador rolls. I think that was 27-0, 28-0 as well. So they blanked Rootstown. That was impressive. So I mean, there was a lot of big wins last night. I was hoping we get Mike on here because the discussion of the morning, because usually we do this on Friday nights, was going to be. I think we either tied or I may have had a one game. I picked up a game on Mike to eventually, to win the regular season. So Mike's little platter, if you guys have ever seen that, it says 3-3-0 to go high school football show. It has a platter. I want that thing now, and I'm going to just like bend it right over my knee because I didn't like the platter last year, and if I get the rights to it, I'm going to destroy it. All in good fun. Today, Massillon McKinley, I know everybody's hyped for that one. Massillon is probably a pretty good big favorite, especially after McKinley losing to Glen Oak last week. Records go out the window in those rivalry games. There's no way I'm going to just push McKinley to the side. There's some players down there for sure. I know we have a few people from McKinley right now that are watching. Here's Kim Price jumping on with the Go Tigers. So that Tiger pride starts. I mean, it's a whole day of listening to Katy Perry, right? On the Eye of the Tiger. It's rocking down there in Stark County today. So I can only imagine what the festivities look like down there. So great day of football ahead of us. Topping off last night, other big wins that I remember. Oh, Hoban, that was a great game. That was just a defensive battle. I know I saw some Hoban alumni post on there saying that the offense was a little stagnant, but the weather was not very conducive for throwing the pill around the field last night for sure. So I think that played into it, and Hoban probably learned a lot about themselves. So I think that for both teams, it catapults them into. Okay, here's Mike trying to approve. All right, Mike, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of talking and just rambling on and essentially listening to myself. Oh, joining. See how the screen. See, I got excited because the screen. Mike.
Let's see. Does this work?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Dude, I don't know what's going on.
Well, what's happened is I've already recapped everything, so we were about to sign off. So it was good seeing you, man.
You do get the platter. I lost 3 games yesterday.
I'm bending it over the knee, man.
Yeah. Well, no, because we both took Highland. We lost that game.
Yes.
Green beat Lake. Let's see what else we got. St. Ed's beat Hoban.
Yes.
So you got that one.
Well, no, we didn't
pick
St. Ed's.
Oh, that's right.
What we would have lost is me and you. I think we both took Highland.
We did.
Aurora won, I think 9-7. Yep. The only game you and I deferred on out of our pick'ems was the Mogador Rootstown.
Yeah, Rootstown.
The Wildcats, Cafe. We might have to come back.
Might have to. It's going to be playoff time. What a night, dude. I was down in Fairlawn. What a football game that was. 41-7. The score didn't show it, but senior night for Fairlawn. Fairlawn winners of the Blue Cup. So that was really cool. The team actually did I'll try to post some photos later. They do like a tunnel at the end of the game where all the seniors come through and they can shake hands and hug everybody on the team. Coach it and then the last person they got was the head coach. And to see those embraces, to see the tears, to see 4 years of everything they've put through with practice, games, all of that, it was absolutely incredible. So Carson Colucci last night beat a record. He has now the most touchdown passes in school history. He beat his brother.
Can you find him
of all people?
Yeah,
so
I'm live. So we could have got you in your sleeping slumber on there.
There you go.
Man, I'm handing out breakfast.
That's all you do. You man, you're being a great dad today. Kim wants to know who are your picks. Who are your picks? Maslin or McKinley today?
I'm taking Maslin. We took Maslin yesterday.
Yeah, we took Maslin. Although McKinley's now Federal League champs thanks to Green's shutout win last night.
Dude, I mean, I was saying that before we got on. I don't want to knock any kids. I get it. I played football. They put their heart, their soul, their effort into everything, and it is so easy for us as fans, spectators, talking heads, bald ones at that, to be able to say things about it. And I don't mean it in any disrespect towards any of those kids. So when I say this, I preference that. And usually when somebody does that, that means they're going to say something negative, right?
Yeah, you're going to say something.
It just they didn't show up. I was shocked at Lake not showing up. And when I say that was showing up there was some key points in the first quarter that I was watching it, and they just didn't grab that momentum. They didn't want to take they didn't take it. They didn't capitalize. They had 2 huge special teams returns after Green scores a touchdown. that they marched it all the way down like into the 45, 30, and they don't get in.
Yeah.
So like
That's tough.
The passing attack for Lake is what I think they were missing last night. They couldn't really get the run game going. The Baker kid was trying to get loose at all costs, could not. And Green's defense did a real nice job. As I sat and watched them, they've got some underclassmen on that Green team.
Yeah.
That I think, as seeing how they finish up, you'd like to see them obviously for 3-3-0 make a nice run into the playoffs. But they've got a nice little future there with the juniors and sophomores that are playing. I think at one time, because I mean, being out here, I think there was like 4 or 5 sophomores on the field throughout the game, and I'm saying on offense or defense, not just special teams. So the future looks bright for Green. That's a big win in the sense of I don't think anybody would have thought Lake was going to not capitalize on the opportunity to win the Federal. So
yeah, friend of show and page contributor Aiden was sending me messages throughout the night, keeping me posted on the game.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to him. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, what a night. I mean, Ellett upset East last night.
14-13 or 13-12.
14-13.
14-13. They went for a 2-point conversion at the end to win it. I talked about that one. We talked about Hoban.
Yeah, what a game. St. Ed's showed up, man. What a defensive battle.
It was like an old LSU Alabama game.
Yeah.
I know, just like dogfight all the way to the end. But I think in the end, Hoban probably needs that to check their emotions, and it's going to be a silver lining because I think it gets them ready for the playoffs. They're going to be a tough out. We know they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah.
I think everybody in Northeastern Ohio thinks that them and Massillon are on a collision course with each other, but you don't want to count out a team up north like Avon. So that'll be interesting to see how that all kind of transpires as they get into this.
Did you talk about Hoover beating Jackson last night?
There's another one. How does
Jackson lost? They're starting Jackson's starting quarterback was on crutches to end the game. He sustained an injury in the game, so not quite sure what the severity is, but he's I don't know if he'll be available week 11 for Jackson. They're in the playoffs, so is Hoover. Carson Derlin had a great game last night.
Yeah.
So Hoover, I mean, the Federal League, I think Glen Oak needs McKinley to win today, and then Glen Oak can potentially host a playoff game. So Glen Oak has shown up, man, towards the end of the season. They've turned it on. So Federal League looks good.
What do you have on the docket today, Mike? Just football all day?
Football all day. Buckeyes are at noon. I'll watch a little bit of that game. I'm actually going to head down to Shula's down by the Pro Football Hall of Fame as Q92 Sports is going live for a pregame show before the big game today. Go out and support my homies there. And then my son and I are going to take in the McKinley-Massillon game at 2 o'clock.
That'd be awesome. That's
I will post some videos. I'll get some pictures. We'll see what else we can get ourselves into.
All right. I'm getting ready here as I finish up breakfast for the kids, and then we are heading off to a swim meet. So
nice, dude. I love it. You're playing dad today, but you'll be either listening to the Buckeyes game, or you'll be watching it on your phone, or you'll be listening to the. You're going to be listening to Q92 Sports and the Massillon-McKinley game.
I'm not an amateur. I'm not like the full-blown swim parents yet. Like those, there's people who, I mean, they're perfect. But it's nice because I have all the snacks. I got the cooler packed. I've got my power packs, so my phone will stay charged, so I won't lose that. And so I'm looking forward to putzing around. So lost Mike there. He kind of jumped off, and I see it's all credit now. It was Mike's internet. Why we couldn't go live earlier, Mike was trying to act like it wasn't him, and 100% was. You guys now see that because you guys are still stuck with my stupid face on here talking to you and explaining for no reason. So, Kim Price, you are 100. There's no way, shape, or form that there's a doubt in my mind that you are not a bleeding tiger orange. So you are very much. We wish all the kids down there safe game today. Hopefully the weather holds out for everybody. They can enjoy that. It's a great atmosphere. See, Mike just said it. His phone stinks, and it is all Mike's fault. So not only did Mike lose the platter, Mike lost his connection. So it's over 3-3-0, and I'm going to jump off. As you can see, I'm walking around my house and getting ready for the day of some swim. So stay safe out there, everybody. Enjoy it. Go Buckeyes. And let's just have a fun-filled